Ring, ladder, money in the bank, and weird Finn Balor's hair. This is exactly what we're going to witness on June 17th, Sunday. It's gonna be amazing. As always, guys, the Great One with another video. Hope you guys are having a good day, and let's talk about Money in the Bank. I asked you guys, what do you want me to talk about? Some of you said, who do you think should win Money in the Bank this year? And that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. We're gonna talk about the build of the Money in the Bank. We're gonna talk about each superstar, and if they would win, what would happen. And at the end of the video, I think I'm gonna come to a conclusion on who would be the best Money in the Bank winner of 2008. I want to start with this. As much as this card looks amazing, like you have Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, Bobby Roode, Braun Strowman, The Miz, Rusev, Finn Balor and his hair, that's another entry, by the way. The hair takes another entry. And one of New Day members, which I assume, you gotta just, let's get real. All three of them are going to be in the match. I think we're gonna have 10 right now. They will include somehow all three members, because if you have all of them right here, it would seem a bit disappointing. And the fact that they are not telling which one is going to be right here, all of them, yeah, all of them. That's WWE unpredictable, right? Wow, Jesus, yeah. So this looks amazing. Like, I literally look at every single one of them. I don't see a big problem with any of them. So what we're going to do right now is we're actually going to check at previous Money in the Bank matches. Last year we got Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin, AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Kevin Owens. Not bad as well, but Baron Corbin won, so instantly sucks. In 2016 we got Sami Zayn, Dean Ambrose, Chris Jericho, Alberto Del Rio, Cesaro, and Kevin Owens. Now the problem with this one is that nobody saw Sami Zayn, Del Rio, Cesaro, or Kevin Owens actually winning it. It was either Dean Ambrose. Yeah, only Dean Ambrose. Chris Jericho is not winning as well. He was a veteran. He doesn't need Money in the Bank. So, although I gotta say it was very good, the end of the pay-per-view was just... In 2015 we got Kofi Kingston, not gonna win. Sheamus, who won but sucked. Roman Reigns, nobody wants that guy to win. Randy Orton, already seen that. Neville, not gonna win. Ziggler, not gonna win. So, when it all comes down to, this year's Money in the Bank seems like one of the best in years. I honestly see Samoa Joe winning. I see Kevin Owens winning. I see Bobby Roode winning, maybe if he will turn heel. I see Braun Strowman winning. I see The Miz winning. Rusev, not so much. Finn Balor, kinda. And one of the new members. If it's going to be Big E, I kinda see it happening. So at the end of the day, it seems like a very interesting match. Now the problem arises when you talk about the build. The worst build I've probably ever seen in Money in the Bank history. One of my favorite builds was when we had, I think, Christian, Daniel Bryan, Kane, CM Punk. They talked, they interacted with each other. Or the one where in 2016, all of them were on ladders talking to each other. What's going to happen? I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win. This year, we got a bunch of nothing. Honestly, a bunch of nothing. Maybe the brand split is to blame, but I really don't think so. We do get random matches from week to week, but I think there is a lack of segments. You could also do some co-branded shit between the shows, you know, on Raw or SmackDown. I really don't like this. Like, Money in the Bank is supposed to be one of the best WWE pay-per-views of the year, you know, Money in the Bank, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, and WrestleMania. This year, I just don't really feel it. For example, I tweeted a couple of days ago, there's either nothing interesting happening in the WWE right now, or I just simply don't care, which is probably both at this point. You know, that's like, isn't that the same thing? Who is this idiot? Fuck Duckface? Duckface in 2018? I don't know, this guy sucks, go follow him. This guy sucks so much, go follow him. I got 11 retweets and 106 likes, so it seems like a lot of people feel the same thing as well. I watch Raw. Barely, I skipped through most of it because it sucks so much. There's no real storyline between superstars. We have a bunch of random matches. SmackDown is alright, but at the same time, still. You know, the only thing I appreciated about SmackDown is the fact that we had new stuff. For example, backstage contract signing. Never seen that before, you know, in a long ass time at least. So, I appreciate that aspect. but still storylines just don't entertain me. Honestly, who cares about Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal for Money in the Bank? Who cares about Rollins versus Elias, which is probably still the most entertaining one on Raw, right? I don't know, not a big fan, but my concern is Money in the Bank, so why don't we just talk about the participants and who should win and why they should win and what would happen? So let's start with Samoa Joe. So what would happen if Samoa Joe would win the Money in the Bank? I kinda see him winning. Not only he's one of the most dominant guys on SmackDown Live, he was also pushed on Raw before he got injured. So I don't see any big reason why he shouldn't be the WWE champion. Maybe that was the reason why he was moved to SmackDown, because on Raw, you gotta suck that Roman dick, man. You just gotta suck that Roman dick. You're not gonna get the main championship. So maybe that was the reason. And I would love to see him as champion. A very good choice. You know, a very dominant guy. I as much as love AJ Styles, I just don't want him to be the WWE champion anymore. So Samoa Joe would definitely bring some aggression in that division, and he would be a good champion. Honestly, he was never like WWE champion. I see him bringing some prestige to the title for some reason. You know, he's an ass kicker, but unlike Brock Lesnar, he actually comes to work. Okay, so let's talk about Kevin Owens. I honestly don't really see him winning, but at the end of the day, they like to do these weird wins, like Sheamus wins Money in the Bank. Who saw that coming, right? So maybe they're gonna do this, but from now I really don't see that happening. I think the next big Kevin Owens match is going to be against Kurt Angle. And you know, the thing is, when it comes to Raw superstars, I don't think any of them are going to win. You know, like just realize that the championship is for Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. So do you really see Kevin Owens going for the Universal Championship again? I don't see that happening at all. So kinda sucks. Let's talk about Bobby Roode, the glorious one. This guy just straight up jobbed to Braun Strowman, lost in a few minutes. He's not gonna win the Money in the Bank. If he is gonna win, he's probably gonna turn heel and be a big guy, big dude in the WWE. So far, I'm gonna be honest right here, he's probably the most boring guy on the roster because of his character, not his fault. He's the most boring guy on the roster, and honestly, I don't even want to see him as Money in the Bank. Probably the least one. I don't want that, honestly, no. So, not believable, and probably not gonna win, and probably shouldn't. Braun Strowman, someone that I would be really okay, because I see this guy as a real face of Raw right now, like a guy that should be right? So if he would win the Money in the Bank, which I think there's a possibility, he wouldn't cash in like a bitch, like a you know, douche. Honestly, like a smart guy, like Ziggler or whatever. He would probably cash in a way that, here's that Money in the Bank briefcase, me, Lesnar, SummerSlam, let's do this, right? Braun, he would say something like, Braun. So you know what, I wouldn't really mind that, because if there's someone who could be inserted in the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar monstrosity, it's definitely Braun Strowman. Let's talk about The Miz, a guy who recently was drafted to SmackDown Live. When I was watching Miz on Raw, I was like, this guy needs to be Universal Champion, why is he not in Roman Reigns? Alright, okay, let's move on. So, I think it would be good. He was a former Money in the Bank winner, but at that time he wasn't that entertaining, so you know, you can't really compare this Miz to the previous Miz. So if Miz would win the Money in the Bank, imagine this, Daniel Bryan wins the WWE Championship at SummerSlam or something like that by winning #1 contenders match, the Miz interferes with Money in the Bank briefcase, wins the championship, takes it away from Daniel Bryan in the same night. Imagine the fucking heat. You know, we would be so happy that The Miz is the WWE champion, but at the same time, we would be heartbroken because Daniel Bryan just lost the championship again. History repeats itself from SummerSlam 2014, whatever, when he lost against Randy Orton. That is the best scenario you could ever do in the WWE right now. Give me any superstar, this is the best thing. So, yes, The Miz would be pretty alright winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. Let's talk about Rusev, one of the most over guys on the roster, right? Rusev Day is awesome, yeah, Rusev Day. I love the guy. I'm not gonna win. He's just straight up not gonna win. Should he? Maybe, not really the right time. I would give him the United States Championship for now. So, no, not gonna happen, sorry guys. They're treating him more of a comedy act, so no. Why don't we talk about Finn Balor? You guys know my opinion about Finn Balor. I think he's good, he's very good. I think he's a bit overrated though. You know, he's not that good. People really talk about this guy like he's the best wrestler of all time. I think he's good, very good, but I really wouldn't want him to be the WWE or Universal Champion right now. And I think it might just be me. I never seen his New Japan work, you know. Maybe it's his WWE persona that really sucks. I don't know. I really wouldn't want to see that unless the guy turns heel. You know, I want to see his heel work. As a face, he's just a smiley guy. You know, look, I'm smiling, guys. I'm Finn Balor. I'm smiling a lot. I wouldn't be mad if he won, but, you know, not my pick. And the New Day. So when it comes to the New Day, I think the only possible winner is obviously Big E. Big E, he's got an E for a name. Would definitely love seeing that. I see this guy as a future WWE champion, you know, probably as a heel, but could be a face as well. I don't know, maybe he will turn on New Day. I see him being the next champion, however, I don't see him winning right now. Would I love that? Absolutely. You know, he would split from the New Day, which is kind of a, not quite sure about that, but it would be pretty cool nonetheless. So when it all comes down to who should be the Mr. Money in the Bank this year, I don't know about you guys, but I feel, let me know in the comments below, who do you think should be? I feel like it should be The Miz. The guy totally deserves it. The guy improved so much. The most interesting storylines for Money in the Bank winner are kinda for The Miz at this moment. Because just like I've said, The Miz, Bryan storyline, Money in the Bank, WWE Championship, this is just the best thing that could ever happen to the WWE Championship in 2018 or 19. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think? I think The Miz is the right guy to win. Like, talking about this video, I kinda got pumped up a little bit more. You know, that's weird. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to support the channel, links are in description. Twitter, Instagram, second channel. Love you guys, the great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.